You know, The Hidden World is an appropriate title for this movie. Because I literally wish this movie was in a hidden world, far away from our. So, guys, if you don't know, I am a huge DreamWorks fan. I love Shrek, Kung Fu Panda, the third Madagascar, and I am going to share with you my thoughts on the How to Train Your Dragon movies. So, Um, back in 2010, when the first film came out, it was highly praised as one of DreamWorks' best movies. I think that film's a little overrated. I was never really a big fan of the movie. I personally think a lot of it is rushed. The relationship between Toothless and Hiccup is very rushed. And Hiccup and Astrid's relationship, very forced and rushed. It feels like a short movie, the shortest DreamWorks movie. And yeah, just Shrek Forever After and Megamind were the superior films that year. The second film, the complete opposite. I love the second film. One of the best DreamWorks sequels, and one of the best animated sequels, period. After the second film, I thought that this one would be a killer finale. Well, sadly, it wasn't. There's just a lot of problems with this. But first, I want to say it takes everything that was good about the first film, makes it 5 times better, and that's the animation. The animation is absolutely stunning. Best DreamWorks animation I've ever seen. Colorful and very expressive. However, it takes everything that was bad about the first film and makes it 10 times worse. And unfortunately, the bad stuff just like overpowers the good stuff. So let's talk about those bad things. The villain, he's just a laughable villain. He's a terrible, terrible villain. He's basically Drago from the second movie, and Drago's the superior villain. Um, Basically, in this one, he wants to kill all dragons. He doesn't want to control them. Different enough, but he's just not a very good villain. Um, T.J. Miller, uh, Tough Nut's voice, like you could totally tell it's not T.J. Miller. The replacement doesn't even sound like T.J. Miller. You can't replace T.J. Miller. Um, so the story, it's okay. Um, the finale, the goodbye, it was kind of sweet when Toothless hugged Hiccup, but the final climax, boring in comparison to Endgame and Rise of Skywalker. Bad. So overall, I did not enjoy Hidden World. Um, if you like it, that is totally your opinion. I know Inside Out Fan 2001 really loves the film, and he even calls it his best DreamWorks film, as well as his favorite film of all time. I totally respect your opinion, but I just don't get it. I think Toy Story 4 is the far superior sequel to a beloved franchise, and it totally deserved to be nominated for Best Animated Feature. I think it was nominated for Best Animated Feature, and Hidden World was right beside it. But like, yeah, I totally prefer Toy Story 4. I love the second How to Train Your Dragon. The first one is way better than this one. Uh, I don't know. It's just a disappointing sequel and one of the most disappointing movies of all time, as well as one of the most disappointing movies of 2019. And yeah, it's basically they basically pulled a Shrek the Third. You know, it's very strange. DreamWorks just doesn't get third installments, with the exception of Madagascar. They totally failed with the third Shrek, with the third Kung Fu Panda, and now with How to Train Your Dragon. So, yeah, like it was a miracle franchise for DreamWorks because you notice in 2010, How to Train Your Dragon was the only film that DreamWorks got awards for. The only DreamWorks film that they were talking about in 2010. And in 2014, the exact same thing happened. How to Train Your Dragon 2 was the only really successful movie, while Mr. Peabody and Sherman and Penguins of Madagascar, they both failed and were basically critically panned. Or at least Penguins of Madagascar was. I don't think Mr. People Ain't Sherman was panned. I think it just got mediocre reviews. So yeah, How to Train Your Dragon in the Hidden World sucks. How to Train Your Dragon in the Hidden World gets a 1 out of 10. And this definitely gets the ultimate seal of trash.